Chelsea, welcome. I'm Beth. Chelsea, do you mind leaving your shoes in the cubbies there? Thank you. Sorry. Your name is Julia. Julia, I love that. How's that? It's like a desert out there. July. I'm just going to try to put this to make more darkness in the room. Just barely tall enough. Little. Get yourself some props, everyone. 3 blankets, 2 blocks. Hi. Hi, everybody. Since we have a lot of room in the studio, why don't I have you all spread out just a little more so I have plenty of space to get around your bodies and touch you and all of that. I don't want you to be too close to the back wall because I can't get to your head. And a little staggered is always good. right, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Just raise your hand if you're new to this space. This is your first visit to this iteration of Karma Yoga. 3 of you, okay, and some of you have been here before, but maybe not to my class. My name's Beth. I'm the one who helps you be lazy. And I put this curtain up because the darkness really helps our relaxation response. And of course, that's the West, so we've got a lot of light this time of day. I tell you that because maybe you'll want to do restorative yoga in the fall and winter, in which case it'll be totally dark in this room except for some candlelight. It's so lovely. We do what we can in the summer and we still need to rest, so thank you. I like to start this class out with a little bit of movement because some studies have indicated that we get better stress hormone reduction when we precede our restorative practice with just a little bit of vinyasa. So that's how we'll start. And then it'll just be all plastered to the earth kind of thing. If you would, friends, sit up for a moment. Find the upright seat. And do what the saying suggests. The saying, come to your senses. Come to your senses. It's such a great saying. It's like telling somebody, your thinking has gotten out of control. Are you mad? Are you out of your mind? Come to your senses. And sure enough, the senses, felt sense of embodiment, the sense of hearing, certainly of touch or tactility. That's a huge one in yoga practice. And seeing inside of ourselves especially. Bring us back to some measure of sanity. Let's see if we can get rid of a little bit of residue, a little gunk. Put your fingertips on the floor beside you. And when you inhale, visualize pulling in white silvery light through both nostrils and let it rise, wash over the midbrain, descend down the torso, and just kind of light up your body. And when you exhale, see kind of sludge flowing down your arms and out into the earth. Again, inhale, white silvery light through both nostrils, over the brain, down, filling the torso. Exhale through the nose. Some gunk, some sludge coming out your arms, out fingertips, into the earth. I'll be quiet. Let yourself circulate the breath 3 more times like this. lift your hands up off the floor and kind of shake them out. Let your fingers flop. You can even visualize some goop coming out of your fingers and kind of just going right into the earth. Not unlike a Jackson Pollock painting, something like that. But don't fret. It's absorbed, it's metabolized by something much larger than ourselves. The earth itself, our intention, our practice. Then bring your palms together. Great big inhalation through the nose. Open mouth exhalation. We need another of those. Inhale. And release. Voices together. Okay, you're being shy. Please don't. When you sing, you're literally doing pranayama, creating vibration inside of your body. And you can feel all the little cells, especially in your head and chest and so forth, kind of doing a little happy dance. Sing to your body. Palms together. Inhale. There you come. One more. Extend the M sound. Inhale. Thank you. Bow your head down. Welcome to this moment, to this practice, to this body as it is now. I want to ask you to have confidence in your body's capacity to remember its relaxation response and all the biochemistry that goes with it, which includes things like metabolism, assimilation, minor wound repair, digestion, repair. And then lift your head back up. Put your hands on your knees. Start real simply, everyone. Begin rolling your head around. And in the process of doing that, I really invite you to move your jaw around a little, especially push your lower jaw upward when your head flows back. And just start to soften and loosen the bottleneck of the body, which your neck literally can become when there's too much tension built up. You can move the jaw right and left. You can open the mouth. It's so common to have unconscious jaw tension, unconscious brow tension, unconscious shoulder lifting tension. There's different places where we kind of store that stuff in the body. And shoulders and neck are very popular. Okay, keep going, but let the movement now descend down the rest of the spine. And thank you for keeping your movement super slow. So you can really watch what the heck is going on in your guts, in your spine, in your lungs, your low back. If you would, friends, return to an upright spine. Take your arms out to your sides and inhale, lift them up all the way. You're gonna have to listen to what I say, not what I do right at this moment. Sorry, because I'm trying to multitask. Exhale, take a twist towards the window. So that's going to be to your left. Now the hand behind you on the floor presses down. That takes your belly forward. Turn all the way through the gaze of your eyes. You're staring to the left. Just for 2 breaths. Your eyes are fixed on one point. From here, reach your left arm back behind you, so fingertips towards the back of the studio, then up overhead, and start to turn your torso back forward this direction. Good, and then left arm over right, come to eagle arms, or bear hug arms is fine too. Okay, from here, push your forearms forward, inhale, back bend a little. Exhale, round your spine, bring your elbows towards your belly, chin goes down, fingertips away from you. Repeat that. Say hello to the upper back, outer shoulders, fingertips up, back bend. Exhale, round the spine. One more of those. That's it, everyone. Open your wings again. Open, open, open. And up go your arms. And exhale, take your twist to the other side. Okay. So this time it's the right hand behind you. Stay tall through your crown. Eyes are open. And they're staring to your right. A couple of breaths. You got it. Now, your right arm reaches back behind you. Extend it. And then lift it overhead, very much like a swimming stroke, kind of. Okay, and then right back here in front of you. Now your right arm is on top, and once again, eagle arms, or this one. Inhale, elbows up, fingers up, whatever you got there. And then exhale, round. Okay. Imagine what's happening in your viscera, your guts. Inhale. In this case, they open up, they stretch. And then on your exhalation, you give them a little ring, a little squeeze. And you go one more time. Inhale, lean back. And exhale. That's it, everyone. Once again, spread your wings out, lift your arms up. I'll just do one more simple thing here for our kind of vinyasa. Roll forward. Come on to hands and knees. And start moving your tail around slowly. Shifting hips, moving hip joints. Getting a little juice in the sacroiliac joints. Of course, you can keep your eyes closed here if you like, which helps you literally develop insight. Sit back on your heels. Grab your bolster. Sit in front of you, flex over. About 4 inches forward at the knees. And then inhale. Rise up. Come to a kneeling position. Little bit of a back bend. And Suzanne, my friend, that bolster's a little too close to you. Love push a bit forward. And then exhale. Swan dive. Your butt goes way back. Turn your head to the right. Take your arms back behind you. Hold your right wrist with your left hand. Let your head be heavy on the bolster. That is the left side of your head. I think, is that the left side of your head? Yeah. Your temple. Okay, now really feel where your hands are way down on your sacrum, and I'll put one breath into that space. Inhale and rise. Come on up. Back bend a little, hips forward, tummy forward, exhale. Butt goes back towards the heels, swan dive. Turn your head left. Hold the left wrist with the right hand. Let your head be a little heavy on the bolster. Okay, knees are deeply bent if they can be comfortably. Once again, palpate where your hands are weighing on your sacrum and breathe into the lower Turn it around and rise back. Very nice, everyone. Exhale. We're going to start off our practice in, what's it called? Surfboard asana, something like that. Boogie board asana, I'm sure it has another name. But it's the idea of basically taking the top of your pubic bone, the mythical pubic bone there. You know, there isn't really a pubic bone. There's pelvis coming together. It's called a pubic symphysis. But that part is right at the edge of the bolster. Watch me for one moment. It's really simple, but if I'm way up here, I'll just do it like this. If my pubic bone is on the bolster, then I maintain kind of a sharp lumbar curve. But if I take the edge of the pubic bone right to the edge of the bolster, then my tailbone can drop down, and this lumbar area opens up. I hope that makes sense. So you lay on it as best you can, and then you lengthen your heart forward, and then you exhale and turn your head either direction, or you put a blanket under the opposite ear. Let me see why that one is not working. Is that your bolster less fitting, Brian? It is? Okay. Let's just go to the right kind of pillow. Let's see how this works. Try that, turn your head. You can, okay. Great, then put your forehead here. Free your nose, so there we go. Okay, good. I'm looking around. I'm hoping to see somewhat flattened and lengthened low backs, and I think that's what I see. And from there, I'll ask you to offer 3 slow breaths into your low back. A little bit bigger than normal. I'm happy to do hands-on assist tonight, but I need you to raise your hand if that doesn't work for you. And you'd rather not be touched. Got it. Thank you. And please know that you get to change your mind about that any time by simply saying no thanks or ouch. I understand that word too. If for any reason this is not comfortable, accidentally went to Chipotle before you came to restorative yoga or whatever the case may be, you're always welcome to go into restorative child's. Because while compression on on your viscera can be very soothing. Sometimes it's the wrong moment. I forgot to say this, but it's helpful if you let your toes turn inward and your heels outward. You're already there. That just slightly opens up the back of the sacroiliac joint, which, you know, if you haven't been introduced to your own sacroiliac joint, it's basically where the 5 fused vertebrae at the end of the spine, your sacrum, meet up with the back of the pelvis. It's little, it has a very narrow range of motion, but gosh, it can cause problems when it's not tended to. You have 2 of them, one on either side, of course. As you become aware of your kidneys, their place in the body, and offer about 3-4 more breaths into your kidney area. When you're ready, everyone, bring yourself back up to table. I really encourage you to move slothfully and to kind of drag your head along. And convey to the teacher that you really can hardly be bothered to do what she says. That would be good to start to practice. Okay, from there, you turn your bolster 90 degrees. Okay, if you're bony in the hips or the knees, you want to have a blanket under your lower body, your knees. And then from this position, I'm going to ask you to walk your knees way to the right, in fact, slightly off the mat. And then to have a seat on your left hip with your thigh, your left thigh, pretty much parallel to the bolster. Okay, from here, grab a blanket. It comes like this off the shelf. You can fold it in half one more time. That usually works fine, but you can adjust it as needed. And then we're going to aim the side of the left waist to the middle of the bolster. Yes, the bolster will be partially under your ribs, but mostly it's under the waist. And you're going to lay on down in sideline pose. Your left arm will go in front of you, and then your head will come to the blanket. Then you'll put another blanket between your knees. And if it's comfortable, well, before I even say that, your grounded hip, your left, the side of the left hip, the one that's on the floor, lift it and tuck your tailbone down towards your feet. So you're lengthening the left side of your waist. I hope that made sense. If there's room, take your right arm overhead. So your right arm rests on your head. Or your hand or forearm, wrist, whatever, rests on a block. Okay, with the arm overhead. This is sideline pose because it is a side stretch, a passive lateral opening of the body. It should be pretty comfortable. If it's not, raise a hand. I'll come over and we'll work out some customization. The armpit is open if possible. And before I shut up and you kind of just let yourself lay there, offer 3 deliberate large breaths into your right lung. You are welcome to stay here. Or you want to explore more opening through the right chest. I'll ask you first to extend your right knee. In other words, just straighten your right knee. You keep your thighs together and you just take your foot forward and let it come to the floor if it will. And that's just going to provide a little counterweight so that you can then start to turn your chest upwards and your face will roll up as well. And you'll come into a supine twist. That might be too much, I'm not sure. And I've got a block for you, or I'll get there in just a moment, for you to rest your forearm onto, to open the right front shoulder. This is your arch if you want to roll up. You don't have to roll up. That is very much. Your head will probably fall back, and to prevent your head from just falling right onto the earth like you got decapitated or something. You can just move your blanket over so you still have some support for your head. And you feel those front right ribs open, the right arm. Right tummy, the right side. Okay, a major theme in restorative practice is support. You receive the support of the earth. Bolster under your ribs. Of the lineage of teachers that flows through me, through this space. Even the support of your own ancestors. turn your belly up, get both feet on the floor, and then you kind of have to scoop your body to the left so you're more in the middle of the bolster in a supported back bend. You may need to adjust the placement of your blanket under your head. You might want to raise it or lower it. You will probably need to tuck your tailbone a little bit so you're not overly arching your lumbar spine. And in some cases, we need to put a folded blanket under our bottom so it's not so much arch. Ideally, your arms are above the bolster and out to the side so there's a passive stretch through the chest. And if the whole thing is too much arch on your back, even with a blanket under your bottom, then the simple fix for that is to bend your knees and put your feet on the floor. Okay, if this makes sense, I invite you to feel right into your heart muscle, the actual cardiac heart muscle, which, by the way, is one long continuous strand of muscle fibers arranged in a spiral. That's your heart, among other things. It spins, it vortexes your blood. It's not just a pump. But I digress. I ask you to feel into the wideness, the broadness, the expansiveness, the spaciousness of your heart. And to give it at least 2 breaths that are slow and kind of supersized.
Shri Hari Om, Shri Hari Om, Shri Hari Om, Shri Hari Om.
Get a little softer in the face, the jaw, and the root of the tongue. Three more breaths. Okay. Okay, would everyone put your right foot on the floor, if it isn't already, and start to turn as if you were going back into sideline pose. But it's really a transition. Keep going onto your left side. And put your right hand on the floor, and then kind of sit yourself up. And of course, I'm tempted to just have you roll to the other side. But that light, the influence of that light is so strong, I'm actually going to have us be a little fussy and turn ourselves around so that now your bolster is a little further towards the back of the mat. And you're arriving in table pose, facing towards the back of the room. Okay, you're going to need to bring your other blanket up behind towards the back of the mats because it's a pillow for you, you may recall. And then you come back to table pose with your bolster between your hands and your knees. Okay, but your butt's facing this way towards the altar. No offense to the gods, right? And your face towards the back of the room. And then from there, we're actually going to do just 3 repetitions of cat-cow. So please table pose. If you're comfortable, close your eyelids, and on your inhalation, drop your belly down, but roll your eyeballs up towards the sky. That's good. And then exhale, round your spine, and your eyeballs look down and into your tummy. Do it again. Inhale, drop the belly down. Your head draws back, sitting bones rise, eyeballs look up into the midbrain internally. And then exhale, round your spine, push your back bones up strongly. And then just do that one more time. Okay, with internal eye movement. You can even imagine a big bright star in the middle of your brain. And then exhale, push your back bones up, tuck your tail. Super. And then back to a neutral spine. Okay. So if your bolster is between your hands and your knees, you walk your knees way over to the left this time, even perhaps slightly off the mat. And then your right thigh is now parallel with the bolster. And you put a blanket between your knees, or your shins and knees, and then you slide your right arm out and forward in front of you. Rest your head on the blanket. That's it. Before you settle, lift your grounded hip. That's the side of your left hip, which is on the floor. Lift it up and tuck your tail that way towards the altar. That decompresses the right waist. Left arm goes overhead, if possible, if comfortable. And maybe your left arm rests on the wall. 3 breaths, and you just deliberately fluff up that left lung. Receive the support of the bolster. just like the first side. You're welcome to stay here. Or you can extend your left leg, just straighten the left knee. And that's going to put a little weight forward so you can begin to roll your chest upward. And perhaps support your left arm with the block. Make sure your head also has some support, so you're not just dropping it right off. And then there's this giant opening through the left chest, left arm. Left side of the heart, literally connected to the brachial arteries, all that. Beautiful side. Okay, and then you just quietly observe all of the sensations that begin to flow through you. I'm a big gardener, so I often visualize like vines and roots and flowers and things like that moving through my body. But maybe your thing is rivers or just currents, streams. And you yourself, or your sense of you, becomes just like this receptive open space for the movement of phenomenon, prana. Maybe little waves of emotion that rise. Little coughs and sneezes, whatever. You remain like the open sky. Let's call it about 4 or 5 more breaths right here. One more big one. Really let your tummy rise and fall. And then again, bend your left knee. Roll back into sideline pose. So your left hand is going to go forward and down towards the earth. Okay. And then push into your left hand, drag your head along slothfully, like you just can't even be bothered. Okay. And now we're sitting on the right hip. And this is how we finish, everyone. You can leave the bolster there, but set your blankets aside. Then spin around on your bottom. So your feet now go towards the back wall. And your legs go over the bolster. And you lay back down on your back body. Okay, make sure you've got some padding underneath you. You don't have to have a thick pillow, but a little something under your head, a mat, a thin blanket, something. And before it's all said and done, draw your knees up towards your chest and hold one knee in each hand. And then give yourself a little bit of rocking right and left. So you're rocking the pelvis, and probably the rest of the torso comes with a little bit. Your head even will rock from side to side. And you just receive that. You let yourself be rocked. This, of course, is evocative of infancy. And you take a moment and you take care of the fussy baby inside, which we all have still. And then you land in the middle and simply take the soles of your feet up towards the sky. Make a few slow motion circles with your ankles, pointing and flexing the toes, letting any crackles and pops go. And then before we come to Shavasana, I invite you to click your heels together 3 times and make a wish. May it happen in 3s, if you know what I mean. Maybe you have seen that around. And then your legs go on the bolster. And your bones automatically want to be heavy. Your soft tissues just go all melty, melty, like they're liquid almost. Finish together with a great big inhalation through the nose. And then open mouth exhalation. And just a bit of breath retention. So inhale, first low belly, and your ribs get wide. And then your collarbones lift up way towards the chin and hold the breath and let some pressure build for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then blow some gunk out your mouth. Let it all go. Give it a little squeeze at the end and do it again. Inhale, low belly. Ribs get wide. Collarbones rise up to the throat. And you put a little plug in it and you hold the breath for 5, 3, 2. Blow it out your mouth. This wonderful total deflation. Last one, low belly, rib cage, collarbones, and hold. And you hold this time as long as you want. It can be short, it can be long, but you're just gathering up some last minute tension, gunk, stickiness, whatever. And when you're ready, you blow it out in your mouth with some force. And just get it out of your system. Enjoy your rest. Enjoy a few long breaths. Very slow motion. Start rolling your head from side to side. If you have an eye pillow on your face, it probably will fall off. That's okay, you can let it go. But really invite that pressure, that path of pressure across the back of the skull. Invite that pressure to radiate through your entire cranium like ripples in a pond. And let those ripples caress your cheekbones, the backs of your eyes, your sinuses. Slowly, slowly rolling your head. At some point, you take a big inhalation into your belly and you kind of arch your back upwards. And when you exhale, the spine drops back down. Hands and feet stir. Again, everything is super slow. It's almost trippy. And then you go for a big full body stretch. And maybe you lift and squeeze your butt muscles up off the floor. And then you roll onto your left side and curl up there. You can use your arm or blanket as a pillow. And you just give it another moment. There's some pretty rampant insomnia out there right now, everybody. I'm sure you know. Maybe you struggle sometimes. Do yourself a little favor before bed. Dim the lights way down. Get on the floor. Give yourself a little bit of gentle movement. A little bit of passive stretching. Thread the needle. Legs up your wall. A little bit of cat and cow. So your body remembers this particular neurochemistry. And it just glides you right into the most beautiful slumber. Take 2 more breaths into your back. And then little by little, come on back to your seats. Hopeful that there's this wonderful combination of feeling calm, peaceful, expansive, spacious, but also grounded. Back to your senses, back to the earth, back to yourself. finish with a song. I encourage you to make some gentle flowing movements through your spine, through your torso. And you sing when you're ready to sing. I know some of you already know this, some of you are just learning. It goes like this. I am a river flowing to the ocean. Let's sing that part together. I am a river flowing to the ocean. Second part. I am a river passing through this land. Sing with me. I am a river passing through this land. Flow like a river, flow like a river, flow like a river, passing through this land. So let me take up the pitch just a little, we'll sing it together. I am a river flowing to the ocean. I am a river passing through this land. Flow like a river, flow like a river, flow like a river, passing through this land. Rub your hands together, generate a little heat, a little electricity, and we send out the merit of our practice with one big Om. Lift your hands up, open your heart, open your voice. Thanks for coming to your senses, everyone. I promise I'll turn down the sun for you, but not till October. In the meantime, that's what it is. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
We sure like it when you put the blankies back in that cubby with the fringe side towards the wall. So it's tidy for the next one. Also, I realize it's very late notice, but if anyone is jonesing for a retreat down in Salida, about 3 hours away, next weekend, we've still got some openings. Happy to fill you in if you want to chat with me at the desk. You know, you're welcome to do the 17th with any of the other practitioners, if someone's available. And that date works for your daughter. You got 10 people doing Shiro. It's up to you. I'm happy to take your daughter.
Thank you.
But whatever works for you.
Yeah, there'll be another date.
Okay.
What's happening in Salida?
A retreat. Derek and I are doing at a friend's house. It's a yoga retreat. Our theme is called strengthening the Sangha. So it's reinforcing our relationships with the practice and with one another and with the members of the Sangha, which include but especially the natural world, the mountains, the trees, the rivers, all of that. We are running out of meditation, yoga practice, conversation with one another. Should I send you something? I'll send you. Yes, but you can go to that Snatchers Yoga, not net, and that's, but I haven't been able to get the photographs to stick you there, so I'm proud of this. Derek. That's my call. I'll send this. It's only half a day.
Okay. All right, I'll look forward to that.
Oh my goodness.
So moving, I think they're on It's great because they can everything. Oh, really? Did you know? Oh, I heard you just sign up. That's all you have to do, sign up. Okay, nothing fancy. And, you get 15% off already reduced stuff. Which ones did you look at? I'm sure you just, oh, yes. Kind of like
Come in, Linda.
Thanks, Beth. Always such a joy. Your class is beautiful.
Thank you, it's great to see you.
Great to see you too.
Congratulations on your retirement. Are you a teacher too?
Yes, we taught together.
Oh, are you still working? Yes. My mom is a retired.
Your mom had a birthday? Aw.
Long time ago. Let me see. Great.